Let me start recording. I think I am right now. So welcome back. Welcome everyone. Thanks for being here. Let me share the attendance with you. Thank you for being on time and thanks for being punctual. Hi, Anita. Okay, let me share my screen and this is our attendance records. So this is weekend number 5, okay? So this is weekend number 5. We're getting close to the end, not yet, but this is where we are right now. So this is all the dates we have been present. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, okay. So let me start. Mateo, is Mateo here? Please let me know.
Present, Miss. Good morning.
Hi, Mateo. Morning. Nice to see you. Fanny and Summers.
Present.
Hi, Summers.
Present.
Hi, Fanny. Okay. Let me see. Matthews and Juan Jose. I know Matthews is here. Matthews.
Present, Miss.
Hi, and Juan Jose too. Right. What is it, Matthews? I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. No, I think he's not. I was confused, but Juan Jose is here. Joel and Jessica.
Present.
Hi, and Joel. I know Joel was here.
Joel,
Hi,
present.
Jessica. Morning, Joel. Good morning.
Morning.
Hi. Bianca and Eric. I think Bianca is not.
Good
Where is-
morning, Miss Present.
Hi. Okay, Ivan. I'm sorry. And that Ivanka? No, okay, not yet. Let me see. Patricio and okay, Ivan is here. Let's see, that's Ivan. Bianca, Andy. Where is it, Andy? I was keeping Andy. No, not yet. Okay. Patricio and Christian. Patricio Hidalgo. No. Christian. Oh, hi. What is it, Patricio? Hi. Good morning, Patricio. Christian?
Present.
Hi, Christian. Morning. Gabi and Diana.
Good morning, present.
Hi, Gabi. And let me see if I am checking everything right or not. Okay, Gabi is here and Diana Macias. I don't see Diana Macias. Okay, and Juana and Natalia.
Present.
Hi, Juana. Morning.
Present, Miss. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. And that is Natalia. Okay, just give me 1 second, Natalia. Let me check this. I think I had missed this for Natalia. I think we talked about this and you had this. I think you were not just on the first week, right? And then you were here. I think we were talking about that in the chat. Alice and Angela.
Present, Miss.
Hi, Alice. Angelita.
Present.
Oh, Angela is here. Okay. Veronica and Pamela. Pamela is not here, right? But Veronica.
Good morning, Miss.
Hi, Vero. Morning. Pamela, she said she will be coming at 11 somehow. That's why I didn't check this, but I'll check from 11. So I'll have to double check. Ana Cristina and Jessit.
Present.
Hi, Anita. Jessit. Okay. Jess. Oh, I'm sorry.
Present.
There you are. Jess is here. Let me see. Rocio and Fernando. Rocio will be coming a little later. That's what she said, right? And Fernando.
Present. Present,
Hi.
Miss.
Good morning, Fernando. Morning, Maria Cristina and Diana.
Present.
Hi, Cristina.
Present.
Hi. Let me see. That was Diana and Diego Suarez.
Present, Miss. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning. Hi, Diego. Okay, let me see something in the chat. Okay.
Teacher, ¿y ese cuadrito vacío que tengo?
Where is it? Okay, let me see.
Diana.
Anita. Hold it. Just give me 1 second. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, there you go. Thank you, Anna. Okay, so this is where we are, right? So by now we know that we need to have our cameras on at all times. So please be aware about cameras. So what did we do last week? Which unit did we work on last week? Anyone? What was the last unit? Is it number 3, 5? Someone? No? Anyone? Chat?
4.
We
4A.
work, yes, we work up to unit 4A, right? But we did not finish 4A because we didn't have enough time. So we for A, but some of the activities, not everything. But this is what I have right now. So these are my slides for week number 5. Okay, so let me share them. Let me share the link, the access, so you can check all the activities, and we can work using these slides. Oh, thank you, Veronica. Thank you. That's why I said it was a crazy weekend. It has been a crazy weekend because it has not finished yet. Okay, and these are my slides. Again, since we are in holiday time, Christmas time, this is what we did last week, right? We talked about parents and teenagers. We were discussing about how they behave. Sometimes they might be lazy, sometimes they might help, but not everyone is the same. Not everyone behave the same way too, right? So how is it, what is the usually, how can we describe teenagers' reputation? Is it good or bad? How do they usually behave? Natalia, what do you think? Because we were talking about how parents and teenagers, sometimes they might disagree on very specific subjects, such as cleaning the house or helping at home, or maybe spending too much time maybe on their cell phones. Or how do they answer, or how do they reply when parents ask them to tidy the rooms, when they ask them to pick up their clothing, or maybe to do assignments? There are two very different worlds, right? Parents' minds and teenagers' minds. Sometimes they get annoyed by their parents, and sometimes parents, they have a difficult time dealing with teenagers, right? That was the topic last week. And then we talk about housework, right? What do we know about housework? What is it, number 6, for example? Ronald. So what is it someone doing with the clothing? How do we call this? Remember that at the end.
Number 6.
So what is it, number 6? What is the person doing with the clothing? How do you call this in English? Anyone? Angelita?
Lay the table.
Do the iron.
Do the ironing, right? Ironing is like when you just wash your clothes and they are dry. Sometimes they have like, they're not, the fabric might look like, how do I call it? It looks like not really, nice, right? So sometimes
Number 3 no es do
Ironing.
the ironing, planchar.
ironing, so we use an iron to flat the fabric so it looks nice and perfect. And then once it's ironed, then we hang it on your bedroom or somewhere if you have a place where you have all your clothing. So that was number 6. What about number 8? Alice, what is the person doing? How can we describe the action? I think that she or he is doing something with the dishes, right?
Yes.
Number 8
Washing.
is do the washing.
Do the washing, right? But it's usually when you are washing dishes, it's called washing up, right? You're washing the dishes, right? So you add water and soap and you clean it, right? You clean it. What about number 11? Anyone?
Take out the rubbish.
Take out the rubbish, right? Or take out the garbage. In British English, it's called rubbish. In American English, it's called just garbage. Take out the garbage, right? What about number 5? Gabi, what do you think?
Do the washing up.
Number 5.
No. Pick up dirty clothes.
It's not really pick up. It's once you clean your clothing, once it's washed and you fold it or you iron it, then you have to put it away. It could be in a drawer, it could be on a hanger, it could be on a, usually we have drawers, right? Drawers son como cajoneras, right? And this is once it's folded, you put it away in the drawer and then it's done. You can use it, right? What about number 4? Jessica, how can we describe this action?
Number 4.
What is
Make the
the lady? She's making the bed, right? So she's putting the pillows and then the sheet on top of the mattress. So she's doing the bed. Good. What about number 1, Mateo? What is the person doing?
Pick up dirty clothes.
1. I think that's a table. When you are about to eat and food is ready and you are about to serve the food and put it on the table, before you put the plate, what do you have to do? You lay. It's called lay the table. So you put all the plates and maybe the spoons and glasses or whatever, or placemats, and then you put the plate on top of the table, and then food is ready to be eaten. Okay, Cristina, what about number 3? How can this action be described?
Do the shopping.
Yeah, do shopping or just go grocery. It's called grocery shopping sometimes when you go to the supermarket and you buy food, but that is something related to housework too. What about number 9, Ver? What is the boy doing?
Tidy your room.
It could be tidy your room, or it could be to pick up. It could be pick up toys, or it could be tidy your room. It's fine because he's trying to pick everything from the floor so the room is tidy, right? What was it tidy? How can we translate tidy? ¿Qué significaba to tidy your room?
Como tender la cama.
Like, not really the bed, but it's like to organize or to keep it clean, right? Como organizar, organize, maybe to keep it nice, nothing on the floor, clean, usually clean, at least, right? And that's what sometimes teenagers or kids, sometimes they find it hard, right, to pick up everything. So these are like some actions related to housework. very useful for everyday activities that people do at home. And then we talk about present perfect, I think, right? So what is the difference between present perfect and past simple? How are they different?
Miss,
Yes,
excuse me, you can send link.
the link. Oh, okay, the slides. Okay, let me share the slides again with you, Rocio. Don't worry, because I think you just came, right? There you go. So how is it different when we are talking about something in the past or something in present perfect? What could be the difference? I think we did these practices last week. If we talk about the past, it's something that it happened in the past, it happened yesterday, it happened last week, it happened last year, it happened a month ago, 2 weeks ago, but that's something that it happened and it was a finished action. I watched a movie, I went to Mall del Sol, I went to Mall del Sol, and that's it. I'm not in Mall del Sol anymore. I went a week ago, and that was a finished action in the past. But if I say I have been living in Guayaquil for the last 10 years, but I'm still living in the city, I'm still living in Guayaquil, so it is an action that is started in the past, but still happens in the present. So that is the difference between past and present perfect. We usually use present perfect to describe events or actions that started in the past, but still happen now. I could say I have been working as a teacher since 2012. So I started working as a teacher in 2012, but I am still teaching in 2023. So it is an action that it has not finished. Son acciones que empezaron en algún momento. Comencé a trabajar como maestra a long time ago, but I'm still, es algo que todavía pasa, right? So that is the difference between past and present perfect. It's not really the same. It might help you to describe something that, for example, I've known Karen since 1994. I met her in 1994, but she's still my friend, so I still know her. So there's something that it started in the past, but still happened to be true today. So that is somehow the difference. We went through some practice, but I have something else that I wanted to share with you. Let's play something so everybody can answer some questions for me. Let me see. Let me see. I like this kind of games because I can get everyone to work with me. So this is the link. Let's do it as a review. Okay. You might know this.
Miss, I don't see the link in the chat.
The link for the slides or for the game?
The game.
Okay, for the game, I'll share it now. Just give me 1 second. This is for the game. Okay, there you go. So you can join now. So Cristina, Christian, Mateo, Summers, Fanny, Said, there's Diana. And let me see, Fernando. Okay. Okay. Ronald, where is it, Ronald? Natalia, Alex, Angela. Okay, Natalia is there. Pero, Rocío, and let me see. Okay.
Miss, pero me sale para trabajar, explorar, educación, algo así me sale a mí. Uso personal, trabajar y escuela.
No, just join, just click on the link like this. I'll share it again. That is the code 1493340. If you click on the link, that will take you directly to the quiz. Lo va a llevar directo al quiz. And then you have just to type your name, Ronald, because it will ask your name, and then you can join. let me see how many people I have in Zoom. I have 26 students, so I should have 26 players, right? Let me see, that's Vero, and that's Ronald, Jessica, Christina. Let me see, I have 21. So I'm still missing 4. One more, I think I have Fanny, Christian, Diana, Mateo, Angela, Fernando, Ivan. Let me see, 23. I think I'm missing one more. Let me see if Ronald isn't here. Veronica. Ronald, could you join? Because I don't see you here. Yasid, Fanny, Christian. I'm still missing Ronald. Let me know, okay? I'll wait for you. Alex, who is it? Alex. Ana. Rachel. Oh, there you go. You did it. Okay, you're here, Ronald. Okay, let's start. Emma, her suitcase last night. So all the sentences, all the statements that has this is kind of the key word, right? Last night, 1 day ago, yesterday. These are words related to actions happening in the past, just in the past. She packed her suitcase last night. She's not packing her suitcase today. It happened yesterday and she finished, right? Good, good. Let's go to the next one. She packed her suitcase last night. ¿Qué les había dicho yo? Cuando usted ve el last night, yesterday, a month ago, a year ago, in 2010, it might be just past, right? Okay, one more. Peter, 5 emails today. It might not be something that finished, because if it says today, he might be still sending emails. And we have 4 different options. Okay, let's see. What was the right answer? Good, good. Okay, Peter has sent. Remember about the verbs? I said that some of the verbs might be regular, so they might have an ed at the end, or some verbs will change completely, and these are called irregular verbs. And the verb send in present will be sent in present perfect. Okay, good. One more. Have you ever ate or eaten Korean food? I have never. Okay, let's see. Good. So the right question, the right answer was eaten, right? Have you ever eaten Korean food? I'm asking you. Is it someone ever? I haven't. I have not. Have you ever eaten
Never.
Chinese food? What about
Never.
Chinese? What about Chinese food? No me diga que nunca ha probado.
It's
Never.
bad.
Comida coreana, coreano.
Korean not, but Chinese everywhere, right? In Guayaquil.
El colafán, el chifa, sí, pero de ahí.
But that we have tried, right? I have eaten. You have eaten. But Korean, no. Okay, one more. Thank you, Ronald. Be quiet. Miss Diana started, has started, or have started the lesson. Is the lesson over? Is it finished? No, it's still happening. So it cannot be just past, right? Okay, let me see. What was the right answer? What do you think? Is it started, has started, or have started?
Has started.
Has started.
Has, because we're talking about and. It could be Diana, it could be Mr. I don't know, it could be a guy, it could be a lady, but if a third person singular, so it should be has started the lesson. ¿Por qué sería has started and not just started the lesson? Why is the difference? I mean, what could be the difference?
Present perfect.
It's present perfect. Because the lesson is still happening. La clase no se ha acabado, que yo sepa. Recién comenzó. So, no podemos decir and started the lesson because it's still happening. Estamos en clase y no se ha terminado. So, that's why this is called unfinished actions. Good. Very good. One more. Okay, let me see. Fatima is from a hot, arid part of the country. She has never seen, never saw, has never saw snow. If the place is really hot, it might happen, right? Christian, what do you think? What could be the right answer? Is it has never, never saw, or has never saw? What do you think?
I choose has never saw, but I think this has never seen.
Has never seen, right? Because it might happen that she hasn't seen snow, never. She has never seen snow because she lives in a hot country, right? In Ecuador, we have never seen snow because in here it never snows, right? Because it's hot. So that's why we're using present perfect. Good. One more. Last January, I to Switzerland. I have traveled, I did travel. Okay, what could be the right answer? Let me see. So these are your answers so far. Okay, and the right answer was, let me see. Oh, Juana, Jacid, Fanny, and Diego. Travel. Why is it travel and not have travel? Who can explain?
Because she talked in the past.
Yeah, she said last January.
It's over.
Right? So it could be last January, it could be a year ago, it could be 6 months ago, and that refers to an action that started in the past, but it was finished in the past, because I'm not in Switzerland anymore, right? I went to Switzerland, I traveled there, and then I came back, and it's not happening now. Good. Good. One more. Yesterday, my team and I have started, or just started a new project. And let me see. Oy. Good. Well, these are your answers. So why is it, why the right answer was Why is it started and not just have started? Why is it just past simple? What could be the reason? Porque si dijéramos, ah, ya eso está bien y eso está mal, but why? ¿Por qué está mal? And why is it just started? Cristina, what do you think?
Because is the past to start and you in the sentence use yesterday.
Yeah, the sentence used yesterday. So yesterday, my team and I started a new project. We started, but we have not finished yet. So we started in the past. It happened. We are not starting it again today because we already started yesterday. And the word yesterday, yo les dije que estas palabritas, ¿no? Esas es como las pequeñas claves, ¿no? Si yo digo yesterday, it's just past. Or a month ago, but in present perfect, there are other words like since, just, already, for. I have been working for Universidad Católica for the last 3 years. So it's not really past because I'm still working in Universidad Católica. So it might be present perfect, but it says for 5 years or for 4 years. Okay, so one more. Gregory Adams, yes, I know him. Since high school. I still know him. I met him in high school, but I still know Gregory Adams. So what do you think? Have known, knew, have known. What would be the right answer? Okay, let me see. Wait. I have known Gregory Adams because I still know the guy. I met him, but I still know who he is, right? Good. One more. Have you finished the exam already? Just or yet? ¿Cuándo se usaba yet? ¿Cuándo se usaba just or already? If this is a question, what should be the right answer? Have you finished the quiz? No, not yet, right? Wait. Sí. Ok. Yet. ¿Qué dijimos de yet? Cuando es una pregunta y estamos hablando de present perfect, why is it present perfect? Because we're using have you finished, right? The auxiliary form have, present perfect. And if it's a question, the word yet will always go at the end. Es como si yo dijera, have you finished the quiz yet? ¿Ya terminaron el quiz? ¿Ya terminaron el examen? In Spanish is different, right? We don't use it at the end. But in English, the word yet refers to present perfect because we might still be working on the exam or maybe working on the quiz. But the word yet is usually used only for questions in present perfect. That's kind of the rule. One more. I have done my homework. I did it yesterday night. So this, it could be just, already, or yet. Wait. Just, already, or yet. Okay, let me see. Leaderboard. Wait. Why is it already and not just? What is the difference? Yet, we know that's for questions, right? Or maybe for, yet is usually used for negative statements or questions. That is the rule. Well, why is it not just and it's the right question already? Someone. Ana. No. Can you tell me why? Fernando. Juanita. Why did you choose already and not just? No, no one. Just see.
Because just is just for recent situation, and already the statement says that he did it yesterday.
Yeah, it did it yesterday. So that might be the reason, right? Just es como que dijera yo, ay, reciencito. Nosotros decimos así en español, ¿no? But in English, it's not like that, right? I just finished my breakfast. Ahorita terminé de comer el desayuno. I just finished calling, I don't know, someone. I just started teaching, right? Algo que pasó así, hace poquitito, como que recién. And already it means that the action is done, right? I've done already my homework. I did it yesterday. Ya lo terminé. I'm not working on my homework yet. Good. At the weekend, they play football, then they go to a restaurant. So what could be the options? Is it play and went? Is it have play or have gone? Have play or went? Played or have gone? There's two verbs. What do you think? Let me see. Okay, but what was the right one? At the weekend, is it present perfect or just past simple?
It's past.
It's just past, right? Because at the weekend, they played football and then they went to, but I'm describing two actions that already happened in the past. It's not really happening now. I'm just describing that it happened already. Wait, I'm sorry. It might get a little slow. Can you see the screen? Yes? Okay. Usually when I am playing these games, I have to turn my camera off because of the internet connection, but I didn't want to do it. Played and went. Okay, good. One more. I think this is the last one, by the way. Peter, 5 emails today. If it says today, it means that it's not a finished action in the past because it's today, right? Good, good. So the right question, the right answer was Peter has sent 5 emails today. The day is not finished because we're speaking, we're describing an action happening today. So that's why it's present perfect. Good, and that was the last one. So if you were here in class, you play the game, right? I think this is the best attendance, right? The best way to make sure that you were actually here because you were playing with me. Good. Excellent, Juana, Jacid, and Angela. Good job. Very good. Okay, let me stop sharing my screen. And now let's go back to Moodle, okay? We haven't started any of the quizzes, but now I think we can start, right? We can start working on Moodle. We needed to make a little review. And present perfect is always something that is kind of the basic structures in English. Okay, let's go back to Unit 4A. This is what we were doing last week, right? Unit 4A, parents and teenagers. This is what we worked on last weekend, right? We did the grammar section. We talked about housework activities, present perfect, yet, just, already. But we still have to do something else. This is something that we couldn't finish. Activity 4B and the listening section. Eso no terminamos, ¿cierto? So if you press F5, si refresca la página, I think now we can see it. Okay, let's try the first one. I think we did this already. Put the words in the right column, listen and check. Then listen and repeat the words. So this is kind of a dictation. We listen to the words and then it will be, there's two rows, right? Two different sounds, yach and yes. So there's two different sounds with the same, it might look the same, but it's not really the same. I mean, the sounds. So every time you listen to a word, we have to just drag the word into the right column. If it could be the first or the second. So let's listen.
2.20. Yacht.
Yacht.
Yet.
And yet. So what was the first one? First word. The first word is given. After yet, what was the second word?
Yet.
Yet. So we'll just grab. Every time we listen to the word, we just like drag it into the right sound.
Yellow.
Yellow. So where is it yellow? And you drag the word.
New.
New. Like this.
Uniform.
Uniform.
Year.
And year. Where is it? Uniform. And year. Where is it year? Okay, here. And then?
Student.
Student.
Beautiful.
Student. And then you look for the word student. If you listen to the word student, you read the word and then you drag it into the right column. And then beautiful. Beautiful.
Young.
Young.
Argue.
Young. And the last one will be argue. What is it? What is the meaning of argue? Someone. What does it mean to argue with someone? It's like to have a conversation, but not just
When you have a discussion.
It's like a discussion. You do not agree on something very specific. So we start arguing about, it could be about grades, about attendance, about class dates, about connecting to Zoom classes on the holidays. That might be an argument, right? To have a discussion. So that is kind of an argument, or to argue about something. Okay, let's keep listening.
Jazz. Just.
Just. So you listen to the word just, and then you drag it in here.
Jumper.
Jumper. What is it?
Change.
Jumper. And after jumper, she said something else. What was the word? I don't remember. Let me go back.
Change.
Oh, change.
Teenager. Enjoy.
Teenager.
Jacket.
Enjoy.
Bridge.
Jacket. And the last one is bridge. Bridge. Un puente. Bridge. Okay. And the jacket is something you use for jackets might be used for cold weather, right? When it's cold, you wear a jacket, something that warms you up. And that's it. I think some of you already did the quiz last week. Yacid, and here it gives me the date and time. So Yacid and Patricio, they have already done the quiz, right? Alice, try it again last week, and Ana Cristina. Christian too, then Christian trying again, and it was fine. Maria Cristina, you tried once, right? But then, let me see.
No, lo que pasa es que yo entré y yo vi que O sea, como que no habíamos hecho eso. Entonces yo dije, ah, no, me equivoqué. Entonces, como que eso no había que hacer. Y me salí. Entonces ya, pues.
But you can try now. Yeah.
Ella la hice.
Ah,
¿De qué
okay.
días?
Okay, Verónica, Cristina, Summer. Okay, there's some of you still working. Gaby, Juana, Ivan, Roseo, Angela. Okay, so we did this already. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me reload it again. So I can see if, let me see, Veronica, Jesse. Okay, 16. Okay, yeah, it's done. Okay, let's go to the next one. I think we have to listen to something else. There's another listening activity just to finish unit 4A. So again, this is where we are, 4A. We have not finished yet. We are about to finish, but there was something else. There were 2 more activities. So we did 4B, right? That was pronunciation. And now there's a listening activity and there's a radio program where there's going to be some people discussing about teenage careers, okay? So there's still, the topic is still teenagers, okay? But let me see if I have that in my slides. I think I have it. Okay, let me show you my slides again. Vamos a las diapositivas. Because you will not be looking at this in Zoom, but this is how the book will show you, I mean, the whole activity, right? So we're gonna listen, and this is a radio program talking about teenage careers. Okay, we understand that some teenagers might behave not as parents would wish they behave, right? But we cannot think that everyone behaves the same way, right? There's people who are lazy and there's people who are not lazy and they really help their parents. Usually they have a lot to do at home. They have responsibilities at home. So this is what the radio program will be discussing, right? About the teenage reputation. Usually, do they have a good or bad reputation? What do you think? What do you guys think about teenagers?
Bad reputation.
Why? Why do they usually have a bad reputation? What do they do?
Because they are rebels.
How do we know they are rebel? What do they usually behave? I mean, what do they do? According to the book last week, there was one lady and she complained that when she asked her daughter to clean the room or to maybe to do the, housework, they don't want to do housework. They don't want to clean the rooms. And she said they roll their eyes like this. Like you ask them to do something and they're like, okay, like this, right? So they have that kind of attitude sometimes, but we cannot think that everyone is the same. Podemos como generalizar, ¿no? Or maybe just criticize. Some of them, they really work at home. So this is what the radio program will be talking about. What do thousands of teenagers have to do? Not just in Ecuador, but in other countries, right? How many hours do they have to help a week? Okay. So we're going to listen to this radio program and we're going to try to find an answer to these questions. Okay. So now let's go to Moodle. Okay. Now that we might be ready. Okay. I don't know why my recording was paused. Okay. So this is Moodle again. And again, this is unit 4A. We have not finished 4A yet. We're about to finish. And we are going to do the listening section of unit 4A, which is this one. Okay. There is some people who already tried this, but don't worry, we'll listen again. And these are the questions. So we have to listen and try to find this information. What reputation do teenagers have? Right? Usually it's a bad reputation, but why? What do thousands of teenagers have to do at home with their families? And how many hours do they have to help a week?
2.22. Teenagers today have a bad reputation. People say that they are lazy and untidy and that they do very little to help their parents in the house. But there are some teenagers for whom this description is just not true at all. It is estimated that there are more than 200,000 teenagers in the UK who have to look after a member of their family, their mother or father or brother or sister. In many cases, these young helpers, or carers as they are called, have to do between 25 and 50 hours work helping in their house, as well as doing their schoolwork.
Okay. Okay, so what reputation do teenagers have? Bad reputation, but why? According to the radar program, why do they have a bad reputation?
They are lazy. They are help their parents.
Ajá, they are lazy. ¿Y qué significaba lazy? What was the meaning of lazy?
Pereza o vago. algo así.
Ajá, yeah, vaguito, no, vaguito, perezoso. But we cannot think that everybody is lazy or just that they don't want to clean the rooms or they do not behave, they are rebels. Because according to the radar programs, thousands of teenagers have to do what? What do they have to do? Let me see if I have time. Would you like me to play the audio again? Yes? Can you let me know?
Yes.
Okay. So according to the radar program, some of them, and actually thousands, they actually work at home. They don't just like work, but they help. That's the word. And they give an exactly amount of hours that they usually have to help every week. Okay, let's listen again.
2.22. Teenagers today have a bad reputation. People say that they are lazy and untidy.
So people say they are lazy and untidy. Tidy is like organized, clean, right? So untidy is completely the opposite. Not clean and not organized.
And that they do very little to help their parents in the house.
They do very little to help their parents at home. That's their reputation, usually, right? Generally speaking.
But there are some teenagers for whom this description is just not true at all. It is estimated that there are more than 200,000 teenagers in the UK who have to look after a member of their family.
So how many teenagers actually help their families?
2,000.
200?
No, 1,000.
Just 2,000. Okay, let's listen again.
Is just not true at all. It is estimated that there are more than 200,000 teenagers in.
Is it 200 or 200,000?
200,000.
So there's a lot of teenagers. I was really surprised, right? I thought it was just 200, right? But it's 200,000 teenagers that actually, according to the radar program, maybe according to a survey, or maybe they have interviewed families. This is not in Ecuador, and this is not in the States. This is in Europe, right? In England. So they actually have to help at home.
The UK.
In the
who
UK.
Have to look after a member of their family, their mother or father or brother or sister.
So what does it mean to look after a member of their family? What could be the meaning of to look after someone?
Take care of. Take care of.
Of course, they have to take care maybe of a little brother, a little sister. Maybe they have their grandparents living with them and they have to look after a grandmother, a grandparent. It could be even a mother or a father. What if they are sick and the teenager have to clean the house? They might have to cook. They might have to take care of them. Maybe provide medicine or maybe just to feed them. So it could be, there could be many different situations, right? But they actually help at home.
A member of their family, their mother or father or brother or sister.
Mm-hmm.
In many cases, these young helpers, or carers as they are called, have to do between 25 and
So it's not teenage careers, it's actually teenage carers. Carers is like people who care for other people, gente que cuida a otras personas, ¿no es cierto? So that could be teenage carers. These are not adult carers. Usualmente las personas que cuidan a los viejitos, a los niños, son adultos, right? Adults. But in this case, they're teenagers, and they're teenagers taking care of other members of their family. That's what they call teenage carers. Wait, I'm sorry.
and 50 hours work helping in their house, as well as doing their schoolwork.
So how many hours do they work or do they have to help a week? Let me listen again.
5 and 50 hours work helping in their.
Wait, I didn't grab that information. Let's go back again.
These young helpers, or carers, as they are
Carers.
called, have to do between 25 and 50 hours work helping.
So how many hours a week? Between
25.
Between 25 and 50 hours per week.
In their house, as well as doing their schoolwork.
As well as doing their schoolwork. So they take care of their family members, they have to clean, they have to cook, but still they have to comply with their school responsibilities. So this information will not be like a match activity. In here you have to write as much information as you could understand. So try to provide very specific information. The more specific it is, the better. You can be aware that you could actually understand. So what you could understand, now type it down, write it. So in here you have to answer to these questions. We have listened more than 2 times, and by now we know what the answers might be. Okay? I'm not typing the answers because then, qué chiste, ¿no? Que yo escriba las respuestas. I want you to try it. You might not maybe write everything, like every single word, but as much as you can. And how can I grade this? How can I grade this activity? I will have to do this. For example, this is Summers, right? And these are Summers' answers, right? So what reputation do they have? So if you want to provide more information, if you want to try it again, you can try it again. Yeah, you can try once and then I wasn't between 25 to 15, it was 25 to 50. So you can rewrite the answer again. And let me see, Juan is working, Cristina, Fernando, Fanny. And I think in here I should have everyone. I have 26 people, so I should have 26 different answers, right? Let me see. Summers. Verónica, let's see Veronica's attempt. There's nothing, no puede estar vacío. I mean, you should be able to. What reputation do they have? Oh, they have a bad reputation because people say they are lazy, untidy, and they do not want to help their families at home. What do thousands of teenagers have to do according to the radio program? What do they have to do? How they help? What do they do? Okay, so this is the practice. Let me see, this is Jessie's. There's empty. No puede estar vacío. If you want me to play the audio again, I can do it. Okay, let's play it again.
2.22. Teenagers today have a bad reputation. People say that they are lazy and untidy and that they do very little to help their parents in the house.
That's the first question. What reputation? And then, why do they have a bad reputation?
But there are some teenagers for whom this description is just not true at all. It is estimated that there are more than 200,000 teenagers in the UK who have to look after a member of their family, their mother or father or brother or sister. In many cases, these young helpers, or carers as they are called, have to do between 25 and 50 hours work helping in their house, as well as doing their schoolwork.
Okay. That's it. See, Juana, let me see Juanita's attempt. Good. Juana, can you read your answers, please?
What reputation do teenagers have? They have bad reputation because people say they are too lazy, untidy, and they are very unhelpful with their parents.
Good.
What do thousands of teenagers have to do? Look after members of the house. How many of do they have to help a week? Between 25 and 50 hours.
So this is actually a job. It's a job because they have to work and they have to work by helping other people by doing housework. They have to complete between 25 and 50 hours. So they have to work every week and they have to at least complete 25 to 50 hours. And on top of that, they have to keep doing the schoolwork, right? So they have to comply with being a teenage carer and to comply in school or in school activities. And what do? They might have to look after members of the house, meaning siblings, brothers or sisters, mothers or fathers, or maybe grandparents. Okay, good. Excellent one. Excellent. Let's go. There's one more listening activity. And this is about actually two teenagers, okay? And they are called, let me see, what are their names? Their names are Alice and Daniel. So now they're gonna be interviewing two teenagers about housework and about teenage carers, okay? Teenagers who have to take care of other people. So we're gonna listen again. And this is not, okay, I don't have this audio. Let me see where I have it. Let me stop sharing. Let me look for the audio. I think I have it not in Moodle. It's not in Moodle. Let me look. I had this from, let me see. I'll show you now. Class activities. No. Okay. This is week number 5, right? Yeah, I have it in here. Just give me 1 second. Nope. Give me 1 second. It's not in Moodle. I thought it was in Moodle, but it is actually not there. I had to download the audio file from the web. But I do have it.
Track 5, Listening Part 2, Worksheet 2. For each question, choose the correct answer. 1. You will hear a girl telling her friend,
Just give me one more moment.
2.23.
I got it. Okay, I got it. I found it. I'm sorry. This is actually the audio. It's not in Moodle. That's why I had to look for it somewhere else. So this is the audio about Alice and Daniel, okay? And then there's gonna be some questions for each of them. Let's listen.
I'd like to welcome to the program 2 of these teenagers, Alice and Daniel, who are 17 years old and who both look after members of their family. Hello, Alice. Hello, Daniel.
Hi.
Hi,
Who do you look after?
I look after my mum. She has ME. It's an illness which means that she feels tired all the time and she can't walk very well. And I also look after my younger brother and sister. He's 6 and she's 4. I look after my mum too.
Okay, so what is the girl's name again?
Alice.
Alice. So who does she take care for? She takes care of someone, but who is it?
Their mom, their brother and sister.
Okay, she takes care of her mother. Why? Okay, let's keep listening.
She had a bad car accident 7 years ago.
And this is not actually Alice, this is Daniel speaking now.
My mum too. She had a bad car accident 7 years ago and she can't walk. I also look after my little sister.
You both do a lot of housework. What exactly do you do?
On a normal day, I get up early and I clean the house and I do the ironing. After school, I sometimes take my mum to the shops in her wheelchair. In the evening, my dad makes the dinner. I'm not very good at cooking, but I make sure my brother and sister eat their dinner and then I put them to bed. My day's quite similar. I clean the house and iron, but I also do the cooking and the shopping. My dad left home 4 years ago, so we're on our own. I take my sister to school and make sure that my mum is okay. I need to give her massages every evening.
How do you feel about the way you live?
I don't really mind looking after my mum. She's ill and she needs my help. But sometimes I feel a bit sad when I can't go out because there are things to do in the house. And I sometimes get angry with my school friends. They don't really understand the problems I have at home. All they think about are clothes, boys, and going out. I enjoy what I do because I'm helping my mum and I'm helping my sister at the same time. Of course, it's true that I can't go out much because I need to spend most of my time at home. I sometimes go out with my friends, but I don't like leaving my mum on her own. I always make sure that I have my mobile. If my mum needs anything, she calls me and I go back home. It's not a problem for me. It's just part of my life.
You're both doing a great job. Thanks very much for coming on the program.
Okay, so what about Alice and Daniel? How do they help their families? There's two different situations. They have different, one of them is living with both parents, and one of them is just living with his mother. So these are the questions. Let me share my slides again, then I'll share the audio again. So there's Alice and Daniel, right? And these are the questions. Number one, who looks after their mother? Is it Alice or Daniel? According
Both.
to both, right? They both help their mothers. But there is one who looks after their mother. Only a mother.
Alice.
Alice, right? But actually, they both look after the mothers, right? Alice, because her mother is ill, and Daniel, because she only lives with his mother, right? There's only the two of them. What about number two? Who looks after their brother and sister?
Alice.
Alice, right? She said,
Alice.
is it Alice, right? She said, well, I have to take care of my mother because she's ill, she's sick. She suffered from an illness that makes her feel tired all the time. She said AMI, A-M-I. So that's a very, it's a very complicated disease that makes you feel tired. It's very hard, right? So she has to take care of a brother and a little sister too. Who does a lot of housework? Was it Alice or Daniel?
Both.
Both, right? They both have to clean, they have to cook, they have to feed their little brothers and sisters, they have to do the shopping. So they both have to do housework. There was one of them who says, oh, I can't cook, I'm very bad at cooking. Is it Alice or Daniel?
Alice.
Alice,
Alice.
right? Alice. She said, oh, my dad does the cooking because I'm really bad. I can't cook very well. And well, that was Alice. Who doesn't live with her father? Is it Alice or Daniel?
Daniel.
Daniel, right? Why?
Daniel.
Why did he mention that it's only him and the mother? Why they're not living with their father? Actually, he said, my dad, he left 4 years ago. So he used to live with them, but then he left. So now it's just Daniel and his mother. What about number 6? Who gives their mother a massage every night, every day?
Daniel.
Daniel, right? Because he said that she cannot walk, so she's on a wheelchair. So that's why he has to give her a massage because of the blood circulation, right? If you are just sitting or laying down for hours and hours every day, you might have blood circulation issues, right? What about number 7? Who is sometimes angry with their friends?
Alice.
Why? Is it Alice or Daniel?
Alice.
Alice, right? Why? Why she gets, I mean, why did she say, I think I don't like, they don't understand, right? They just think about boys and clothing and going out, but they don't really understand that everyone has a different at home. We might have different issues, right? So we have to deal with these different situations. So she gets angry because she said they don't understand the problems I have at home. And she's young, right? What about 8? Never goes out without their phone. Is it Alice or Daniel?
Daniel.
He said, I go out sometimes, but I have to carry my mobile phone with me. So if my mother needs help, I can always go back home and I can help her. Would you like me to play the audio again? Okay, let me stop sharing this now and let me share the audio again, okay? So if you might have to listen, Where is it? I lost it again. See, where is it? Where is it? Okay, I got it. I got it. Lives the same way. We cannot criticize, or we cannot just think that everybody is lazy or everyone is untidy or that teenagers do not help at home. So there's thousands of teenagers who actually help their families, and that's really nice. So this is Moodle again, and that is the last listening activity for Unit 4A. Okay, so let's try it. Now you can try it. Okay, what about this? Okay, aquí me ayudan, because I think you should know this by now. So Angelita, what about the first one? Can you read it?
Alice.
Is it Alice or Daniel or both? What do you think?
Both.
Both, right? They both help their mothers in different ways, right? Daniel, because they are just the two of them. Okay, there's no father or brothers. It's just him and the mother. And Alice, she lives with the father and siblings, but she also has to help the mother. What about number 2? Yasid, I think Yasid was helping me, right? Thank you, Yasid.
Alice.
Alice, right? Okay. What about number 3?
Both.
A lot of housework, but who has to do more housework? I think they both have to do, right? Alice and Daniel, because they do shopping, they clean, they feed their siblings. So I think it's both, yeah. What about number 4?
Alice.
Alice, right? She said, oh, I'm really bad at cooking. 5.
Daniel.
Daniel, right?
Daniel.
So it will be D, okay. Oi, I'm sorry. Rocio, what about number 6? Who gives the mother a massage? Is it Daniel or Alice?
Daniel.
Daniel, right? Good, good, Rocio. Okay, what about number 7? Dianita. Oh, I have 2 Dianas, right? Salinas.
Alice.
Alice. She said, they don't understand, right? So she gets mad. 8, never goes out without her phone.
Both.
Excellent. Both, but I think there was someone who said, oh, I always take my mobile with me. So if she needs help, I can always go back home. So what do you think? Was it Alice or Daniel?
Daniel.
Daniel. Okay, and that's it. Very easy peasy. Ya está. Done. Okay, Veronica, Fanny, Cristina. Okay, good. If you made a mistake, you can always try again. And that will be the end of Unit 4A. Okay, I have some good news too. I haven't given the good news, but good news are that I was checking Alticia, and everybody had 50% of the activities. So we did it. Completamos el 50%, everyone. At least 50%. Algunos alcanzaron 72%, 60-something%. But now you can start working on the other 50%. But by now, we finished the first section of Alticia. That was good news. Very good news for me. I was checking again, double checking that everybody had done Alticia and you had at least 50%, but I was really relieved and I was happy to know that all my students were able to accomplish the first 50% of the platform. So now let's go to 4B. Just give me one moment before we go to 4B. Let me make it visible for you. Oh, before we start 4B, let me show you something else. Please make sure you completed these activities, okay? That was the writing an email, but I don't know if everybody was able to do it. I think the first one was Ronald. This is Ronald's email. Summers. Wait, skipping one. Alice Mindiola. Good. I love the template, Alice. I love it. It's really nice. This is Rocio. Okay. Rocio, remember that at the end, you have to add your name. If you are writing to Rocio, al final tiene que decirle, y yo le estoy escribiendo a Verónica. Hi, Verónica. So I'm planning to visit you in Playas next weekend. Are you free? Can we go to the beach? Let me know, please, Diana. So I have to add, you know, my signature is my name at the end of the email, right? Like this. This is Anita's. Sending an email to Christian. I think I read some of this last week. This is someone who used sticky notes. Juan, but there's nothing. Just hi, Catherine, pero ahí falta Juan. Oh,
¿Puede enviar nuevamente en el chat?
of course.
Sí, me enviaron.
Okay, let me go to WhatsApp and let me share this in WhatsApp. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me log in to WhatsApp web again. Me desconecté. Just give me 1 second. Link devices. Espérenme, déjenme escanear el código. Okay. Yeah, déjenme loguearme in WhatsApp web. And there were actually two of these Jamboards, right? That was Jamboard 1 and Jamboard 2. So that was Jamboard number 2, and I have Jamboard number 1. Let me see. Okay, I'll share them in WhatsApp now. Okay. Second. That is Jamboard number 2. And this is, wait, let me see, which one did I share in WhatsApp? Jamboard number 1. Okay, that was Jamboard number 1. Pero yo les dije que habían 2 pizarritas, ¿no? ¿Por qué habían 2 pizarritas? Why? Why do I have 2 Jamboards instead of 1?
Porque no alcanzamos todo.
Porque Jamboard es una aplicación que me deja crear hasta 20 pizarritas. But if I have 33 students, I have to create another set of boards. So that's why I did 2. So that was Jamboard number 1, and this is Jamboard number 2.
Yo tengo completo en la segunda pizarra que usted puso la vez pasada.
Okay, let me see. Because I always like to, I always want to go back here and just double check to see if everyone has done the activity. That was 3-1. I think I'm missing Jamboard number 2. Just give me 1 second. I think I didn't. I only searched Jamboard number 1, but not Jamboard number 2. Wait, what's up? Okay, you can check the links. Let me open the links again. Okay, this is number 2. Let me share the Jamboard again. Yes. Okay, let me see, Veronica. See, this is Juana's email. Oh, I love Juana's. Juana's is great. To Annie Sanchez from Juana Maldonado. This is the subject, the next getaway. Hi. She's saying hi, just to start, you know. And then she's providing additional information about when she's going on in the trip. She's providing dates and details, and then she see you there. Hugs my little bug, Juan. Very good. Rafael, Bianca, Patricio, Ángela, Natalia, Fanny, Joel, Fernando, Mateo. And here, Mateo, there's nothing, there's no email. Solamente, hi, mom, how are you? But we are missing more information. This is Juan. Okay, this is Said. I think, Said, you still have to write additional information on the email, right? And in here, if you need to use more of these Jamboards, there's plenty of space. This is Jamboard 16, there's 17, 18, and 20. And this is Jamboard number 2. Let me check Jamboard number 1. Okay, let's go with Jamboard number 1 again. Okay, this is number 2. I keep looking at the same Jamboard. Okay. Okay, let me go back again. This is Jamboard number 1. Vamos a ver, si usted está aquí, increíble. If you're not, you have to do it. Okay, just do not forget, please. This is Ronald's email, but at the end, you have to type your name, right? Who's sending the email? Ronald Torres. Hi, Viviana. I'm visiting Quito. I'm flying for Guayaquil. Do you think we could meet for a coffee and talk about how goals have gone? My friend, regards, yours truly, Ronald. Okay, that's kind of the end of the email. Es como lo que cierra, ¿no? El cierre. But don't worry, you can edit. The access to edit. Anyone can type again if you need to make some corrections. This is Summers. This is Alice. This is Rocio. Okay, this is Ana. And Eric, Ivan. Okay, this is Ivan. But Ivan, this needs to be fixed. Porque solamente dice, hi, miss you. But still, you need to provide more information. What is it, the email about? What are you doing with your friend? Yes.
I write.
Yeah, you can write in here. If you want to use the sticky notes, it's fine. If you don't want to use the sticky notes, si solamente quiere agregar texto, solamente va al text box, hace un clic aquí, and then you can write. Pero todavía puede editarlo, está editable. Yo nunca le quito el acceso de edición, but I like to, remind everyone about these activities because this will be graded. Y si a usted ya le falta una actividad, these are called like class projects or class activities or activities besides module, okay? Como pequeños proyectos o proyectos de clase, como usted le quiera llamar, pero esas son actividades que también se califican bajo un rubro, ¿no? Actividades de clase o proyectos grupales, okay. Pero son actividades que no tienen nada que ver con Moodle, son actividades adicionales que pues siempre se trabajan en los módulos. So I don't want you to lose points or scores because of I didn't remind you about these activities. Okay, this is Diana. Okay, but which Diana? I have two Dianas. I have Diana Macías and Diana Salinas. So can you write your last name? Acuérdese que tengo dos Dianas. So I might think it's Diana Salinas and it's Diana Macías. So can you please add your last name? So I know it's Diana Salinas. And this is Christian sending an email to Ana. I said, excellent. Greetings, Christian. Good. That's kind of the end of the email. To Diana Arguello, and this was from Cristina, okay. And at the end, she writes, Cristina, So I know that she's sending an email to me. Good. This is Cristian Villacres. Okay. Good. This is Diego Suarez. Okay, good. Wait, I'm missing one. Mateo Agila. It says Mateo Aila. Okay, but that's Mateo. Diana Gabriela. Yacid to Ana Paula. Good. Jessica. This is Jessica del Peso. Good. Hi, Frickson. How are you? Okay, and who's sending the email? Jessica. To whom? To Frickson Santiano. Excellent. To Gabby Paz from Andy Gavino. See you later, Andy. Good. And that's it. That was it. That's the email I asked you to write. This is useful because then at the end of the course, you in the exam, you will be asked to write something. It might be an email, it might be just a paragraph, it might be a letter, it might be just a review, it might be something that there's a topic and you have to write about it. So this is kind of a writing practice too. Okay. So now let's move to unit 4B. Okay, let me see. Let me show you now. Now that we check the emails. So that was the end of 4A, and this is actually unit 4B. So on unit 4B, we'll be talking about fashion. Can you name a famous fashion designer or maybe a famous clothing brand, the one that you like the most? What do you usually, like to wear? What kind of this? It might be a fashion designer. It might be just a clothing brand. Okay, one that I like is one that I have always liked is Forever 21, for example. That's a clothing, talking about fashion. Forever 21 is a very, very famous clothing brand, right? Forever 21. Can you name another one? Let me make it red so you can see it. You can make it bigger. Another famous designer or just famous clothing brand.
Gucci.
Gucci, that's famous. Can you write it down? Can you name another? Gucci.
Louis Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton. How do you write Louis Vuitton? Let me see. I think that's an Italian brand, right? It's not even English. I think it's like this. Louis Vuitton. I think it's like this. Wait, I think it's like this. Let me make it red. Louis Vuitton. Okay. I think I am writing it correctly. Gucci, any other famous designer or maybe fashion designer or clothing brand?
Versace.
Versace. How do you write Versace? Okay, let's write it.
Prada means.
Versace.
Prada. Prada is easy, right? But I think it's Italian too. Prada. Prada. Like this. Any other? Versace. Okay. Any other?
American Eagle.
American Eagle. That's an American clothing brand, right? Classic American. Jean Paul Gaultier. I think that's a French. That's a French designer, Jean Paul Gaultier. Okay, American Eagle. Any other? Any other? Because we're gonna be talking about fashion.
Armani.
Armani. Giorgio Armani. I think that's the first name. Giorgio. Let me see. Giorgio Armani. Okay. And how do you write Giorgio Armani? I think I'm writing it correctly. I don't know. Giorgio Armani, because this is not even English. Giorgio Armani. Okay. Yves Saint Laurent. That's another French famous designer. Okay. There was another Christian Dior. Christian Dior. That's another famous. Hugo Boss, good American Eagle. Any other? Oh, you know about fashion. Because I don't know too many.
Oscar de la Renta.
Oscar de la Renta, good. And there's another lady. There's one lady and she's from Venezuela, but she's very famous. She's Hispanic. She's from Latin America, but she's very, very famous in Europe and all over the world. Shoes Alvarito, good. It's not maybe a famous brand, but it's an Ecuadorian brand. Why not? Of course.
Psycho One.
Which one? Psycho Bunny. Yeah, I like that one too. Christian, any other? Natalia, Patricio, Alice, Cristina, Ivan. Can you name another one? Mateo, Said.
Polo.
Which one?
Polo. Polo Sport está diciendo ahí. Polo Sport.
Polo. Okay, okay. Okay, I heard Hugo, parece Hugo. Okay, Polo. Oh, ay, Polo. Polo, I think is from Ralph Lauren, right? Ralph Lauren. I think that's an American brand, actually. Polo. Let me make it red. Okay. Wait. Okay. I'm making it big, you know, bigger because it might not be easy to read. Okay, so these are some very famous brands, European brand, French, or maybe Italian or Ecuadorian. Okay, but now talking about fashion, we're gonna read something about someone who is in fashion, a fashion designer. And her name is Linda Sierak. I think I'm writing it, I'm pronouncing it correctly. I think this is not even English. I think she might be from another country, right? So who is this lady? Mateo, can you start reading? Who is it? Linda Sierak. I think I'm pronouncing
Linda
it. Thank you.
is a fashion designer. She makes very exclusive clothes for women. She has made clothes for many celebrities, including members of the British royal family. For example, Katie Middleton and Sarah Ferguson, whose wedding dress she designed, an actress like Helen Mirren.
Okay, so that is, she's a fashion designer, and she makes clothes for very exclusive clothes for women. She has worked with the British royal family, for example, Kate Middleton and Sarah Ferguson, whose wedding dress she designed, and actress Helen Mirren. Okay, so what is the first question? I think she's being asked in here. Wait. Just give me one moment. Let me fix something. Wait. Let me take something out. Okay. Okay. Let's keep reading. Let me see. We were up to here. This is the first question. Can someone read the first question? This is an interview. Juanita, can you read?
Did you always want to be a designer?
And she said, no, not at all. Okay, let's do something, Juana. You ask the question and I pretend I am Linda Sierak. Okay, not at all. When I was at school, I had problems reading, and later I was diagnosed with dyslexic. After school, I did a secretarial course. Then I got a job at Vogue magazine. I love it. And there I realized that what I wanted to do was to design clothes. So what is question number 2?
Why do you always think people like your clothes?
Okay, being a female designer has many advantages. My customers leave the studio feeling like $1 million, like feeling wonderful. What is the next question?
What nationality do you think has the best fashion sense?
Probably the Italians, according to Linka. Next question.
Have you ever been to a fancy dress party?
I hate fancy dress parties. She doesn't like it. But I can remember one when I was 10.
What did you go as?
My mother made me and my younger sister dress as a bride and a bridegroom, and the bridegroom. I was the bridegroom.
Have you ever met someone who has wearing exactly the same as you?
Never, thank goodness. I'm lucky because I can choose from a large selection of our collection each season.
Have you ever fallen over because you were wearing very high heels?
High heels es como esos tacones altotes, ¿no? High heels, high heels. I've never fallen over, but once I had to take off my shoes in the middle of a reception at the House of Lords.
What did you do?
I walked out into the street in a bare feet and jumped into a taxi.
Have you ever designed clothes for a man?
Yes, I have.
When was it?
It was when I was studying in the London College of Fashion. I designed my first men's wear collection, shirts, trousers, and leather jackets. He didn't need to buy any clothes that year. And that's it. Okay, that's it. So this is the reading activity, but we can go through the questions after the break. Okay, so let's take a break now. When we come back, we'll start looking at the different activities we have to do with this reading about a style interview. Okay, so let me stop sharing my screen now. Let me I'm gonna. Okay, so we are back. We are back from the break, from the recess. And let's keep going to, okay, let me see, who is it here? Who is it here? Hi, Patricio. Hi, Angela. I don't know, I cannot see anyone. Okay, let me see, Galería. Ocultar. Okay, there you go. Okay, Summers, we're back. Gary, Eric. And Natalia. Okay, Natalia, we're back. Juan Jose, Rocio, and Eric. Okay, Dianita. Okay, I think we're ready. And Rocio, Mateo. Let me see. Okay, so let's keep moving. Let me see. There's Christian, Jessica, and I think I have somebody else. Okay, let me do something else. Jessie is coming back too. Okay. Today is December 16, right? December 16. Okay. Okay, let's keep going. And Jessie. Hi, Jessie. Okay. Let me see. So let's go to unit 4B, right? We were talking about fashion. About fashion, about clothing, about how how people wear different clothes, what people do when they are buying clothes, everything related with fashion. Okay, and the first reading activity, let me see if I have it in here. Okay, so this is what we have to do. Let me show you my slides. Okay, so this is the reading activity, right? So we were able to read, right? We read already. And there are some questions Miss Linda Sierak is asked, right? And this is kind of an interview. But I don't know if you noticed, there's some yellow words underlined. So there's the word wedding dress. What is it, a wedding dress? When you are a bride and when you are about to get married, you wear a wedding dress. What colors are wedding dresses usually?
White.
White, right? They're white and they're beautiful and they're long. And sometimes you wear a veil and sometimes you can wear gloves. Well, wedding dresses are really special, right? They're used once in a lifetime, unless you get married twice or 3 times. But that is actually a wedding dress. A fancy dress is usually a dress you wear to a party, usually to a wedding or maybe a party which is late at night or in a very fancy place. So if the place is fancy, the dress is also fancy. Harto brillo, long, you know, very fancy, very elegant. So fancy is the same as elegant. If you are buying clothes or anything in a store, you become a customer, right? When you buy something, or people who are buying products or services are considered customers, okay? Clientes or consumidores. High heels, zapatos altos, esos tacones así que son super, super mega altos, 10 centimeters, 12, 14, que son así, pero así de este vuelo. High heels, pero son así finitos, ¿no? Y altos. When you take something off, it might be that you're wearing shoes and you take something off, it means that you are, if you're wearing gloves, or it might be something like, I don't know, I'm trying to find something in here. It might be this. I'm wearing this in my head. This is, if I am wearing, it's like this, right? If I take it off, es como sacarlo, ¿no? When you take something off. My glasses, I'm wearing my glasses and I'm taking them off. Lo estoy sacando. So that's like take off. It could be take off your shoes, take off your clothing, take off your glasses, take out your socks or maybe a dress. That is like to take something off yourself. In bare feet, no shoes. Wearing any shoes, como sin zapatos, bare feet. No shoes at all. And leather is actually fabric which is made from animal skin, de diferentes animales. It could be a snake, it could be lamb, it could be any kind of animals. Usually leather is something very thick, is shiny, and it's very resistant. That is kind of you can wear a leather jacket, for example. But if you notice something else besides the yellow words, these might be new words, but there are some gaps in the reading. So when she's asked the first question and she says, not at all, do you always want to be a fashion designer? And she said, no, not at all. When I was at school, I had problems reading and I was diagnosed with dyslexic. So that is the first gap. So there's some information missing in here. There's a second gap in the second question. Being a female designer has many advantages. So that's the second gap, number 2. My customers leave the studio feeling like $1 million, like feeling beautiful. And there's a third gap. What nationality do you think has the best fashion sense? Probably the Italians. That's the third gap. Gap number 4. What do you go has? She was dressed as she and her sister were dressed as a bride and a bridegroom. And she said, I was the bridegroom. Okay, that's the fourth gap. Gap number 5, she's asked if she had ever fallen over because she was wearing high heels. And she said, no, I have never fallen over. If I had to take my shoes in the middle of a reception at the House of Lords, that's gap number 5. And gap number 6, she's asked if she had ever designed clothes for men. And she said, yes, I have. When I was studying in the London College of Fashion, I designed my first men's wear collection. Shirts, trousers, and leather jackets. And that's gap number 6. So hay 6 espacios, right? So what do we have to do? Let me show you. So this is the interview, right? So we have to complete with the gaps from letters A to F. So if we read again, this is the reading, right? And these are the letters A, B, C, D, E, F. Because every gap has a number. Gap number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. But every gap will be matched with one of the statements. And every statement has a different letter. So what are these statements? What is the first one? Jessica, you read the first one. Read the interview, complete with gaps A to F. So what is it, A? Can you read it? Si puede leer, Jessie. Thank you.
Me, Jessie or Jessica.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jessie Preciado. I'm sorry. No, you cannot. Okay, Jessica, can you help Jessie? Can you read the first one, letter A?
I absolutely hated dressing as a man.
As a man. So she said, I absolutely hated. Yo odié. Hate, to hate something es como she didn't like it at all. I absolutely hated dressing as a man. So where does that statement go in the reading, in the interview? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6? In which of these sections?
6.
6. Okay, let's read. It was when I was studying at the London. She's asked if she had ever designed clothes for a man. But in here, she says dress as a man, not design. So it's not actually number 6. There's
4.
4. Excellent. Why is it number 4? Why? What was the question she's asked? First, she's asked if she has ever been into a dress with a fancy dress. Or if she has ever been into a fancy party and wear a fancy dress. And she said, yes, I hate fancy dress parties, but I can remember one when I was 10. What did you go as? My mother made me and my younger sister dress as a bride and a bridegroom. I was the bridegroom. So it makes sense that she said, I absolutely hated dressing as a man because the bride is the girl, right? Es la chica. And the bridegroom, ¿quién será? The bride is la novia, right? The bride. And what is it, the bridegroom? How do you call the male version of the bride? How do you call it? The bridegroom or el novio, right? So, and the outfits are really different. The wedding dress is a white dress, and the bridegroom is like a suit, right? It's a black suit, very fancy, but this is what usually men wear at weddings. So letter A is actually number 4. What about B? Angela, can you read B?
I really understand how women want to feel.
So where does that information might go? In which of the gaps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6? Can someone add the letter? Yes, please. Thank you. Number 4 was letter A, right? So in here, there's A. That's the first one. Move it a little bit. Like this. So 4A. And what about letter B? I really understand how women want to feel. Why? Can you read it? I don't know who add the letter. Is it right? I really understand how women want to feel. Does it make sense? When she's asked, do you always want to be a fashion designer? No, when I was at school, I had problems of reading, and later I was diagnosed with dyslexic. And then she said, after school, I did a secretarial course, and then I got a job at Vogue magazine. I love it. And there I realized that what I wanted to do was to design clothes. Is it right? Yes or no? What do you think? Is it right? She really understands how women want to feel. Okay, let's keep reading. What about letter C, for example? Let me see. Christian Villacrez, can you read letter C? My boyfriend?
My boyfriend at that time was very lucky.
Very lucky. So where does this go? In which of the questions? Or which of the gaps? Anyone? Ivan, Patricio, Natalia, Mateo?
6.
6.
Why? Why 6?
Because she designed clothes for a man. And
Because she's asked,
her
have you
boyfriend.
ever designed clothes for a man? And she said, yes. So if she had a boyfriend, she might think that he was lucky because she was able to design for her first menswear collection. So she designed shirts, trousers, and leather jackets. He didn't need to buy any clothes that year because he had a lot of clothes. So he was a really lucky guy. So that is fine. That one I can say that is fine. And that is number 6, right? So in here we can add the letter 6, and that was letter C, right? Right. There you go. So that one is done. Wait, no, let me move it a little bit. Sometimes we have to move like this. Let me see. Oh, there you go. That was letter C. And this is number 6, I think, in here. Oh, thank you. I'm trying to move it, but it keeps moving. Okay, what about the next one? Letter D. My feet were killing me. So where this can go, according to the reading?
5.
Let me see. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Once I had to take my shoes off in the middle of a reception of the House of Lords because her feet were killing her. And that is letter? Which letter is this? Letter?
D.
Right, D. Okay. Fix it like this. Good, that is fine. What about the next one? Letter E. The only things I enjoy were art and sewing. Where could this go? We are just missing number 3, and we are missing number 3 and number I think there's one more, right?
I think it's the number 1.
That's number 1. Yeah, because why? Why it could be that she thought that the only things she enjoyed were art and sewing. Why did she think that she couldn't do anything else besides just designing and sewing clothing? ¿Qué dice ella en el primer párrafo? She gives very specific information in here. Why? What happened when she was very small? She had problems.
She got diagnosed as dyslexic.
So if you are dyslexic, it's hard for you to read. People who suffer from dyslexia cannot, I mean, they can read, but it might be very difficult for them to identify letters and sounds. So it might be very difficult. So maybe she thought that she enjoyed just art and sewing because she couldn't read properly. So that would be letter E, right? Is it letter E, right? Like this. Good. And what about F? They are so chic and their sense of color is so natural to them. So who is she referring to?
Sí.
When she's asked, what nationality do you think has the best fashion sense? And she said, probably the Italians, right? Why? Because they are chic and they have a good sense of fashion. And I think that's it. I think these are all the answers, right? Are we missing something? We have A, B, C, D, E, and what about F? Let me see. I think we're missing one. Letter B, right? What happened with letter B? I really understand how women want to feel. That's fine. I think that's fine. A, B, C, D, E, and oh no, number 5. Let me see. I think I'm making a mistake. Letter F. This is letter F. It's not actually C. It's F, right? And here. That was my mistake. But what about letter C? Is it here? Let me see. A, B, C, D, E, F. And now it's right. Now let's go back to Moodle. So we can try this as a quiz. Okay, this is actually a quiz, but I wanted you to have the chance to read again and to find where the missing statements might go into the reading. And now we can go to Moodle. Let me show you. Okay, this is Moodle again. And this is Unit 4B, and this is actually the first quiz. In here is the same reading, same statements, but in here we only have to match with the letters according to the statements and the missing gaps of information. So I think there's someone who already tried this. Let me see. Yacid, Patricio, Efraín, let me see, Rocio. But I think I'm missing more people. There's Diana.
4 veces. El Word no me sale, ingeniera, o tengo que reiniciar otra vez el muro.
Yes, can you please? Because you should be able to see it now, Ronald. Yeah. This is the first quiz. It's called Read the Interview and Complete with the Gaps A to F. This is the one we're doing now. See? Okay, and now everybody's working. Alex, Cristina, Fanny, Juana, Fernando. Okay, while you do this, let me check the attendance again. Because I think I'm missing some people, right? There are some people who are not here. Let me see. So let's check. A ver, let me see. Who is it here and who is not? Because I might have people who are not here. Mateo is here, right? Okay, Mateo is here. And Mateo is here, right? Más o menos aquí estamos. Si Mateo se queda hasta el final, he has the 4th check mark, right? But we're still haven't finished. Fanny, is Fanny here?
Present.
Okay, so Fanny is here and Fanny is here. Summers is here, right? Summers is here.
Present.
She's here, yes. What is it, Matthews? Matthews is not, right? No ha llegado Matthews, no se ha conectado. Juan José, I know Juan José was here.
Present.
Okay, hi Juan. Okay, okay, Juan ha estado aquí y Juan está aquí. Si se queda hasta el final, ya solamente marco el último casillero. Joel, where is it, Joel? Joelito.
Present.
Oh, there he is. I'm sorry, Joel. I'm just making sure that everybody is working. I don't do this every class, but I should. I know Jessica's here, right? What about Bianca? Bianca no se ha conectado, so Bianca's not here, right? Andy, where is it, Andy? Andy no se ha conectado tampoco, ¿no es cierto? Iván está aquí. ¿Quién más está? Patricio is here, right? Patricio. Iván también está. Ok. Sigamos viendo quién más está. Cristian Litardo. Cristian Litardo is not here.
Present.
Oh, I'm sorry, Cristian. No lo veía. Ya listo, listo. Diana Macías is not here, right? Juanita is here. Natalia.
Present.
Natalia. Okay, Natalia.
Present, Miss.
Okay, thank you. Anita Cristina.
Present.
Hi, Anna. Jessie. I think I saw Jessie wearing.
Miss, a mí no me
Okay.
marcó.
Let me
Yo estoy más arriba.
Angelita. I'm sorry.
No, Natalia.
Natalia. Espéreme, Natalia. Okay, I'm sorry. Natalia is here. Okay, uy, caramba. Alex también está aquí, ¿no es cierto? Perdón. Alex, Ángela también está aquí, right? Verónica, a Verónica no la veo.
Mija, a mí tampoco me ha puesto Ronald.
Just give me one moment, Ronald. I'm not here yet. I'm not there. Pamela, is Pamela here?
Hola, Miss.
Ok, que no la veo tampoco.
No, sí.
Jessie. ¿Dónde está Jessie? Jessie estaba aquí. Yo vi a Jessie. Rocío.
Estoy.
Ok, y Rocío.
Miss, aquí estoy.
Ok, Rosy.
En la semana del 10.
Ok, Rocío. Fernando. Where is it, Fernando?
Present.
Ok, Fernando. Ok, María Cristina. I know María Cristina was here, right?
Yes, Miss.
Ahora sí estaba. Diana. What is it, Diana? Diana Macías. Oh, Diana Salinas is here, I know. Diego Suarez, I know Diego has been here, right? Diego is here. Dieguito?
Yes, Miss, I am here.
Okay, he's here. Okay, I'm just double checking. Ronald ha estado aquí todo el tiempo. Ronald siempre se hace sentir y se hace escuchar. Always. Eduardo Useche, yo creo que él no se ha conectado, ¿no? Cristian Villacres también ha estado aquí todo el tiempo.
Here.
Right? And Said has been here the whole time. So, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. If I am Rocio, okay, Rocio. Let me see, Rocio. I was calling Rocio and Jessie. Okay, there you go. Hasta ahí estamos. Ya estamos. Okay, I'm just double checking because I'm not seeing everybody to double check again and again and again. Okay. Ready. So let's move to the next one. There's one more. Let me see. That was just the first quiz in Unit 4B. And now let's talk about grammar again. Okay, there's a difference between past simple and present perfect. We already practiced. We just played quizzes again. And now, let me see, present perfect. Okay. And I think this is something that we already did. Present perfect, but anyhow, anyway, still has to be done. Okay, complete with the verb in the present perfect. Have you done the shopping today? Present perfect. Okay, Rocío, I'll check, Rocío, okay? I got it. Ya voy a revisar, no se me preocupe. Okay. I am sorry, I lost it again. Let me go back to Moodle. And this is the first Grammar Bank activity. There's always two practices, right? Grammar Bank 1A and Grammar Bank 1B. So this is actually 1A. So Alice, what about the first one? How can we do the first one? It's a question.
Have you verbal?
Have, right? Why have? Because we're talking about present perfect. Have you ever? How do you write by in present and past participle?
Is bow.
It should be B-O-U-G-H-T. Have you ever bought clothes from that shop? So that's the first one. What about number 2? Said, can you please help me? And there's a contraction. Aquí la contracción, si ve que está chiquita, casi que no se la ve, pero ahí está. So, how it should be written? I have or I've? If we're talking about present perfect, how should it be? No, Cristina, Juana, Alex. I've, right? This is the short form. Ya no escribo I have porque tengo la contracción. Entonces ya sería I've always, and what about the verb? How should I write the verb want? Wanted. I've always wanted a pair of designer shoes. Maybe Gucci or Prada or Oscar de la Renta. But I've always wanted a pair of designer shoes. That's present perfect. Number 3. What about number 3? I
haven't read.
I haven't, right? I haven't read the newspaper today. Este verbo read es uno de los verbos que no cambian. Yo no voy a escribir reading o read it o no sé, wrote it. Read es un verbo que es una de las excepciones, como cut, el verbo cortar. Cut es lo mismo, cut. Set. Read. Son verbos que también se podría decir que son irregulares porque no se modifican. What about 4?
We haven't been.
We haven't, right? We haven't been, right? We haven't been to the new shopping center yet. Y uso el yet porque estoy haciendo una oración negativa. Entonces sé que si es un negative statement, tengo que poner yet. Aunque aquí ya me lo dieron. A ver, Fernandito, number 5. It's a question.
Sí.
How should it start?
Have you
Have you, brother,
lived?
Have your brother lived abroad all his life? Okay, good, Fernando. What about, let me see. Joel, can you help me? Number 6. They,
Gone.
but we need an auxiliary form. They, what is it missing in here? Gone, okay, gone, ese es el verbo principal, pero que falta aquí el auxiliar. So what is the auxiliary missing in here? And if you're using contractions, they've gone to live in South America. Acuérdense que en el present perfect siempre se utiliza the verb have. That's the auxiliary form for present perfect. So it will be they've gone to live in South America. Go becomes gone in present perfect. What about, let me see, Pamela, can you help me with number 7? She No, Pamela? Let me try it again, because then I might lose the chance. I might lose the time, because this has time. Wait, se me va a cerrar todo. Let me just cancel the attempt, and then let me try again. Wait. Okay. What about number 7? She? No, okay. She hasn't. Okay. She hasn't.
Flown.
How do you write flight in past participle?
FLOWN.
Like this?
No, that will be. And that will be
FL.
O W N.
Oh, W, like this.
W, yeah.
Oh, W.
And
She
N.
hasn't flown. Yes, she hasn't flown before. Good. Number 8. ¿Quién más me ayuda? ¿Quién más me ayuda? Summers. Is Summers here, Ronald? Patricia?
Yes, me yo.
Okay. Go. James.
James hasn't met his girlfriend family yet.
Jane hasn't met his girlfriend's. It shouldn't be meet, right? Porque meet es como la forma en infinitivo, el presente. Pero si estamos hablando de present perfect, she hasn't met his girlfriend's family yet. Y usamos yet porque el statement está negativo, right? Good. Number, let me see, Ronald, can you help me with number 9? This is a question.
Are you eat in this restaurant, boyfriend?
How do you write it in present perfect? Is it like this?
No, after.
But it is past participle, so it will be E-A-T-E, eaten. Have you eaten in this restaurant before? Like I'm asking someone, right? Okay, good. What is it? Jessit, can you help me with number 10? Jane
Has gone.
Jane has gone to the gym. She'll be back in an hour. That's it. And we're done with grammar practice number 1. This is the first grammar practice. If you made a mistake, do not worry. You can try again. This is Juana's. Let me see what happened to Juanita. If we're talking about your brother, is it has your brother? I think I wrote have, but if we're talking about brother, if it is a male, it's just has. Has your brother lived abroad all his life? And number 7, she hasn't, right? Because we're talking about she hasn't flown before. Ok, ese puede ser el error, ¿no? James hasn't, porque estamos hablando de James. Acuérdese que si estamos hablando de un female, it could be she, it could be Angela, it could be Verónica, Fernando, Rocío, Diana. Es una
Son de
tercera
la
persona.
tercera persona es hash, en tercera
Ajá,
persona.
entonces sería has, no sería have. Correcto, Ronald. Ajá. So ese puede ser, son errores que se cometen bastante seguido porque son como que reglas que a veces se nos olvidan, ¿no? Pero pues eso es lo que hay que tener en cuenta. That's it.
Miss,
Yes, of course.
I have to leave this last hour of class.
Okay, you have to leave. But let me
Yes.
see, who is it? Because
Patricio.
Oh, Patricio, okay. So Patricio, we'll try to finish at 4P. I'll try. I cannot guarantee that I will be able to finish, but I will try my best. Okay.
Okay.
And then tomorrow we'll keep working with 4C. Hopefully, if everything goes well, we'll keep working. That it will be 1A and 1B. Okay, this is in here. It might be present perfect or it might be past simple. This is a dialogue between two people. Okay, Jessica, you're gonna be A. So Jessica va a ser la A. And ¿quién me ayuda? ¿Quién me ayuda? Let me see. Who else? Because we need two people. Natalia. So Jessica is gonna be A and Natalia is gonna be B. Okay, read it. Oh, Jessica del Peso, I'm sorry. Siempre tengo que... Me olvido. I forget. I have two Jessies.
Oh no, I've seen this film before.
Okay. Oh no, I've seen this film before. She realized that the movie is not new for her. She had seen it before. So what letter B answer? Letter B?
A mí mismo, ¿verdad?
Yes. Can you read?
Rarely when sing.
But but there's something missing. If this is a question, there's an auxiliary form that needs to be used in here. Really? When? So which could be the auxiliary? Is it did or have? Because it might be present perfect or past simple. But if you watch a movie, and that's something that happens, and then she realizes that she had seen the movie before. So it means that there's something that already happened in the past. So the other person said, oh, really? When? If it happened in the past, what could be the auxiliary form?
So.
No. When? It could be, there's two options in here. When did you see it or when have you seen it? Have you seen?
Did.
When did you
see
it? Okay, it is already given. So really, when did you see it? And then A says,
I have gone.
Why have? Because she's describing something that happened in the past.
No.
When? I went to the cinema in March and it was on then. So she remembers she went to the movies and she watched it already. And then letter B says, oh, never mind. To the cinema in ages. I said, woof, a long time ago that I Mhm. The last film I
have.
I have, but it's a negative statement. Never mind.
No.
I haven't. Never mind. I haven't what?
Been.
I haven't been. I haven't
Hay
been.
una pregunta.
Yes.
I have seen.
¿Por qué es have? O sea, ¿por qué va have?
Have. Because she's describing something that an action that she hasn't done in for a long time. Because she's asked, the other person said, oh, okay, I went to the cinema in March and it was on then. And the other person said, oh, never mind. I haven't been to the cinema in ages. Like, it doesn't really matter, right? Because I haven't even been to the movies. The last film, and she's remembering, right? The last film I saw, the last film I saw was Mamma Mia. And then the other person says, I saw, because it's past tense. And then A asks again.
Did you enjoy it?
It's something that it already happened. Did you enjoy it? And she said, of course, I
love it.
I love it. I love it. So she's like kind of going back and forth, right? I haven't been to the cinema. The last film I remember I watched, okay, algo que ya pasó, was Mamma Mia. And the other person said, oh, but do you enjoy it? Yes, of course, I love it. And that's it. That could be the end of the conversation. So there's kind of a reference, right? That you remember is something that you haven't done because you still can go to the cinema, right? But you are remembering that you haven't been in ages, like como que, hace añísimos que I haven't been. But I remember I watched a movie and that was the movie and I really like it. And that's it. But the thing is that we have to remember that if we're talking about present perfect, there is an auxiliary which is different than past simple. It's not the same auxiliary form and verbs are not going to be written in the same way. Los verbos van a escribirse también diferente. Okay, now, this might be easier now that we practice present perfect. And here there's only two verbs, been or gone. So been is the past participle of which verb? Been. Which verb are we talking about if we say been? And
Be.
what about be, the verb to be? And what about gone?
Go.
Go. So been is the past participle of to be and gone to go. Okay, so there's just two different choices. Complete with been or gone. Okay, Mateo, can you read the first one? And this is an example. Where's Ro? He's gone to the football match. Gone. What about number one?
Been.
The kids aren't here. They've all been out.
Gone.
Is it going like this?
Gone.
How?
Gone.
Gone. Todos se han ido. Todos. Where's Ro? He's gone to the football match. And then what about the kids? The kids are not here. They've all gone out. Todos salieron. Se fueron. Number two, Cristina. What do you think? Have you ever
gone to the swimming pool in the town? No, espera.
Been.
Have you ever
Yeah.
been?
Have you ever been to the swimming pool in town? Okay, good. Number three, I haven't. Christian, can you help me? Oh, I have two Christians. I'm sorry. Christian Litardo. Cristian. I think Cristian Litardo.
Yo, Miss, bueno, no sé.
Who?
Summers.
Okay, Summers, can you try, please?
I haven't gone.
Usually you go, but you go to a specific place, right? But what could be the difference? Like being or going to, what is it, a flat?
An apartment.
An apartment, right? So you go to an apartment or maybe you might be into an apartment. What could be the difference?
Been.
Yeah, I haven't been to Sue's new flat yet. What is the difference? To be, el verbo to be es un verbo que tiene muchas connotaciones, ¿no? El verbo to be es el verbo ser, ¿no? Puede ser que yo esté en un lugar, I might be in a place, and go es como ir a un lugar específicamente. So it's not really the same to be in a place or to go to a place. Pero en inglés, la connotación tiene la diferencia que no se parece a la que usamos nosotros en español. Para nosotros tal vez es casi lo mismo, ¿no? Para ellos no. Para ellos tiene como en ciertas situaciones o para ciertos lugares ellos usan to be in y para otras usan to go to. Entonces eso es un poco complejo porque a nosotros en español nos confunde, ¿no? Porque decimos, no, pero para nosotros es igual, pero para ellos no. No es realmente lo mismo. Ya son como expresiones o como situaciones en las que se usa generalmente ciertos verbos y en otras no, por decirlo así. Entonces, para nosotros nos cuesta porque no es igual que en nuestro idioma, que es diferente. So if you talk about being to a place, it could be being into an apartment. But what about number 4? My sister has
Gone.
Porque no puedo decir que es. Para nosotros en español sería, sí, está enseñando, ¿no? Ella se ha ido a enseñar, podemos decir. Pero in here it's like to go somewhere, right? Because she's in France. Entonces es un lugar muy específico. Number 5. Oh, good. That's been. Ya, por ahí estuvo. Uno dice, that's been to the shop, to the shop because the fridge is full. Ya han ido a hacer las compras porque ya están llenas, ¿no? La nevera ya, cuando usted hace la compra ya está llenita.
Miss.
That's it. Yes.
Miss Summers, yo le escribí que se me está yendo el internet, o sea,
Uy.
viene y va.
Ok.
Entonces por si se ve que voy y vengo.
Okay. Okay, good. Thank you, Summers. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, that was, I think that's still grammar, right? And what about this? Oh, there's a listening activity. Okay, let's try this one now. Let me see if I have this on my slides. Let me see, I think I have this on my slides, which is much better than just looking at this quiz again. Okay, just give me 1 second. Let me see how it looks like in okay, just give me 1 moment. Let me share my slides first. Okay. And in here, when describing the difference between past and present perfect, what I was explaining, Mike has been to Paris, or it might be that he went to Paris and came back, could be, or that Mike has gone to Paris, that he means that he's in Paris now. Es como una pequeña forma de explicarlo, ¿no? De la diferencia. To be puede ser que usted esté, pero ya regresó, estuvo allá, pero ya está acá. And gone significa como que está ahorita. Yo puedo decir, Alice has gone to Cuenca, but she's now in Cuenca. It doesn't mean that she's back from Cuenca. Esa puede ser como una manera de diferenciarlos. Let me see. I have this just to practice verbs because I know that there might be, in English, there are thousands of verbs. Hay miles de verbos, but usually we're not using all the verbs every day, right? We might use some of
Usted
the
dijo
verbs.
que nos iba a compartir la lista de verbos.
Sí, eso sí está, estoy en deuda. Ahí sí estoy en deuda. Ahorita en este momento, mientras ustedes hacen esto, yo ahorita la busco porque I do have it. I know that I have it. I tried to download one, but after
Yo
trying
tengo
many times, ahí yo estoy en deuda con ustedes, pero ahorita la busco. So while you do this, try to find as many as irregular verbs as you can in the word puzzle. And these are the verbs: eaten, swum, drunk, stun, thought, driven, put, lend, dog. So these are like irregular forms for past participle for these different verbs. And let me look for the list. Voy ahorita, yo la tenía en mis documentos. So while you do this, I'm looking. I don't know, it was a PDF file. I think it was a PDF file. Déjame buscarlo como PDF. A ver, espérenme. Verbs. Verbs. Nouns and verbs. Verbs. I don't know how did I save it. I save it as verbs or just verbs list. Let me see. I think it's actually in Moodle. Yo creo que yo lo puse en la plataforma. I believe. Let me look in Moodle. Search. I think I had actually uploaded in Moodle. Keep looking. Verbs. Oh, I found it. Okay. Let me share the document through the chat in Zoom. Let me see how can I think I can share the list. Okay. There's an option to upload files. No. How can I share? Okay, I'll do something. I'll upload it in Moodle as an additional resource como recurso. Lo voy a subir aquí en la plataforma, ¿ya? Espérenme, añadir una actividad o un recurso. Ahí lo voy a poner. Y le voy a poner como un enlace. Okay, just give me irregular. It's gonna be called irregular verbs list. Y aquí me ven.
Ahí le puse Duke.
Okay. So you are helping me. Okay, seleccione un enlace, archivos. URL. Como un attachment. Déjeme ver si lo subo como attachment. Copiar. Se lo puedo pegar acá. Enlace.
Yo no sé qué me borra cuando yo encuentro una palabra y me
Oh,
borra.
please do not.
Sí,
No le
Miss, han
borre.
borrado todo.
Están
Ah.
borrando todo, están borrando hasta los nombres, Miss.
Sí, Miss.
Sí.
Se están
Yo tengo
borrando.
como
Sí.
escribiendo y me
Encontré
siguen
dos
borrando.
y me borraron todo.
A ver, déjeme ver. Ya voy a ver qué es que está pasando. So, Eden was found by Summers. Swan by Fanny. Can you please be careful? Aquí sí que hay que tener un cuidado, pero así que ni le digo. Because then if you move something.
Es que no es eso, Miss, sino es que están borrando todo.
¿Y por qué está borrando? Can you please? No puedo ver quién está borrando. Eso es lo malo aquí. Esa es la parte delicada del asunto que no puedo ver. Ahí la estoy haciendo un poquito más grande, ¿ya? I'm trying to move the...
Creo que no se
Make it
estaba
big.
borrando, sino que la imagen se fue hacia adelante y todo lo demás se quedó por atrás.
Maybe, ajá, maybe. Ajá. No pensemos mal. Pensemos que a lo mejor alguien movió algo by mistake. Yo no voy a tocar nada, ¿ya? I was just trying to make it bigger, como así, como haciéndolo un poquito más grande. I was able to find the resource and I'm trying to copiar. How can I? I'm trying to upload this in Moodle. Let me see. Is there a way? How can we add like? I knew of a way how you can upload like a resource in Moodle. How can I share this information? Let me see, más reacciones, chat, security, salas para grupos pequeños. No. Archivos incrustados. Permite. URL. Wikipedia. Let me try again. Just as a file. Irregular. I'm trying to share the irregular verbs list. Voy a subirlo nomás como un archivo. Okay, I think I got it. I think. Can you check in Moodle if you can actually see the verb list? Can we please check? Let me see. So this is Moodle and this is where I uploaded. I did it. Okay, it's in here. It says recurso, right? And if you click in here, it will show you an irregular verb list. Si usted hace clic ahí, debería poder ver la lista. Can you see it now? Si la estoy presentando, si la pueden ver. Can you please let me know?
Yes.
Ah,
Yes.
good. I didn't. I'm sorry. I was trying like, different ways, but I said, well, I have to do it. And this is what I promise you. And these are like the most used or the most everyday use verbs because we are not using like all the verbs all the time. But like, and it's in alphabetical order. So it is from arise, be, beat, begin, blow, da, 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 A, B, C, D, F, and then it goes to G, H, I, y está en orden alfabético, L, P, S, T, well. So these might be the most used
¿Dónde
verbs.
podemos ver eso, mía?
And this is in recursos. Let me go back. This is the platform, right? And if you go to below the video class section, donde están los videos, aquí hay una opción que dice irregular verb list. Yo creo que la pueden ver en la unidad 4A, 4A. I don't know if it's 4A or 4B, but it's in here. So this is English level 3, and this is Alticia. Below the video class icon in here, it says irregular verb list. If you click in there, that will take you to the list. And this is how you can see it. Okay, now let me go back to the slides. A ver, ¿qué pasó con esas diapositivas? Sí. How do they look by now? Do you find as many verbs as possible? Let me see. Okay. Excellent. So we have lent, met, caught. Okay. Yeah, you can like do it like this, like cross it out, or maybe if you can circle the verb, it's fine. If you can underline it, or maybe in a square, as you can, because I know it's not as you do it manually, right? This is different. Lost, forgotten, given. What about had? Did someone found had? No. Had. It starts with the letter H. Only 3 letters. Had.
Had is.
Oh, it's in here. I see it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's in here. I was trying to look for it. Good. So we try to manage to find as many verbs as possible, right? And now this was already what we practiced already has the grammar bank, but there is something else. Okay, so this is the listening activity. So we're gonna listen to 4 different people talking about different experiences when shopping or when buying something. What did they buy? So they're gonna be describing what they have bought and if something happened to them, but they're gonna be very specific. So one of them is gonna be describing a coat, trousers, some trousers or pants, sports clothing, a shirt or a skirt. Okay, so this is going to be what they are going to be talking about. Okay, let's go back to Moodle. Okay, let me see. No, where is it, Moodle? And here. And this is 4B, right? 4B in here. Okay. So this is actually this one. Okay. Let's see. So let's listen first. Okay, so 4 different people, and they're gonna be describing different items, different clothing items. Okay, it might be a coat, sports, skirt, trousers, or a shirt. And we have to listen if it's the first speaker, second speaker, third speaker, none of them. If there's an X or a cross out, it means that nobody mentioned anything about this item, or number 4. So there's 4 different people.
2.26. 1. Have you ever bought something that you've never worn?
Yes, hasn't everyone? I remember some trousers I bought that I never wore.
What was the problem with them?
They were very tight black leather trousers that I bought from a second-hand shop near Portobello Road when I was about 20 years old. I remember when I was in the changing room, I thought they looked fantastic. I thought I looked like Jim Morrison from The Doors. But when I got home, in the cold light of day, I realized that I looked more like one of the women from ABBA. That's why I never wore them.
2. Have you ever bought something that you've never worn?
Yes, a karate suit. I decided that I wanted to do karate, and I signed up for a course and bought the suit and the orange belt, but then I changed my mind and decided not to do the course.
Why not?
I was worried that someone would knock my teeth out.
Do you still have the suit?
No, I sold it on eBay.
3. Have you ever bought something that you've never worn?
Sadly, it happens to me quite often because I hate clothes shopping and I never try things on. For example, I have a shirt in my wardrobe now that I've never worn.
Why not?
Well, I bought it in a hurry a few months ago, and then I put it away in my wardrobe. A few weeks later, I took it out and looked at it, and I thought, why did I buy this? It's horrible. Pink and purple stripes. And of course, I didn't have the receipt, so I couldn't take it back.
4. Have you ever bought something that you've never worn?
Oh, lots of things, I'm afraid. The last one was a brown leather coat.
What was wrong with it?
Well, I bought it online from a website that has cheap offers. But when it arrived, it looked completely different from what it looked like on screen, and I decided I didn't like it. So it's in my wardrobe. I'm sure I'm never going to wear it, but perhaps I'll give it to someone as a present.
Okay. Has it ever happened something like this to you? That you bought something and you never use it? Anita, where is it, Anita Polit? Has it ever happened to you? Has it ever happened to you? Have you ever bought something that you've never worn? And what do you buy? If it happened, because it might not, right? No? Anna?
Please repeat.
Have you ever bought something that you've never worn? Never. Maybe you thought it was nice, but then you didn't try it, or maybe you try it on, but then you never use it. You didn't have the chance to use it, or maybe you didn't like the way it looks on you after you bought it. Has it ever happened? Maybe Cristina, Alice, Mateo, Ivan. Have you ever bought something and you never used that item? No? Christian, Ronald.
Yes,
Yes, what do you buy?
some clothes
Clothes? Yeah, sometimes it happens with clothes, right?
and shoes too.
And maybe you buy it, but then you say, oh, but I don't like this. I'm not gonna use it.
No, I don't remember the clothes I buy,
Uh-huh.
so I forget.
So like, why did he buy this for? I don't like it. And then this is what happened to these 4 different people. They bought something, but they never actually, they never actually get a chance to use it. They never wear it. So what about, you want me to play it again?
Yes, please.
Okay, let's play it again. But I wanted to ask you the question because it might happen to anyone.
2.26. 1. Have you ever bought something that you've never worn?
Yes, hasn't everyone? I remember some trousers I bought that I never wore.
What was the problem with them?
They were very tight black leather trousers that I bought from a second-hand shop near Portobello Road when I was about 20 years old. I remember when I was in the changing room, I thought they looked fantastic. I thought I looked like Jim Morrison from The Doors. But when I got home, in the cold light of day, I realized that I looked more like one of the women from ABBA. That's why I never wore them.
So what happened to this guy? What did he buy and why he never wore it? Mateito. No, Natalia. What did he buy? Because you might be asked questions like this in the final exam. So this is the time to practice.
Some trousers.
Okay, he bought some trousers, but what was the problem with the trousers? Why he didn't like them? He said, I thought I looked like Jim Morrison from The Doors. So he thought he looked like cool, right? He thought the trousers were, you know, he looked fine. But then he realized that what was wrong with the trousers he bought? He mentioned that at the very beginning of the audio. Let me play it again.
2.26. 1. Have you ever bought something that you've never worn?
Yes, hasn't everyone? I remember some trousers I bought that I never
So he said, I remember some trousers I bought. Wait.
wore.
What was the problem with them?
They were very tight black leather trousers that I bought from a second-hand shop near
So what was the problem with the trousers? Alice, what did he say about the trousers? No? Nothing? Why he never used it? Christian, Ronald, Rocío, Cristina, Mateo, Said, Fernando.
Jim Morrison es
un cantante famosísimo, pero
Sí,
claro,
de rock.
un rockero. Entonces los rockeros usan esa ropa así de cuero, así como pegada. And he
Pero
said,
dice que él nunca utilizaba camisa manga larga, siempre era corta.
no, he said, I thought I looked like Jim Morrison, but then when he got home and he tried them on,
Yes, he tried again. He didn't like it.
he didn't like them because he said, instead of looking like Jim Morrison, I look like one of the women from the ABBA group. So so he realized that he was never going to wear the trousers. Porque he said they were too tight, como que eran muy pegados, muy apretados. So he didn't like it.
Portobello Road when I was about 20 years old.
But he was young. He said, I was 20 years old. So maybe when you're young, you said, okay, everything looks fine on you, right? Because you're young. But now he remembers, he's not young anymore. So he's kind of remembering that experience.
I remember when I was in the changing room, I thought they looked fantastic. I thought I looked like Jim Morrison from The Doors. But when I got home, in the cold light of day, I realized that I looked more like one of the women from ABBA. That's why I never wore them.
That's why he never wore them. That's the first person.
Have you ever bought something that you've never worn?
Yes, a karate suit. I decided that I wanted to do karate.
So what did he buy? What did she buy? No? Anyone? It was a suit. Well, what kind of suit? To practice a sport. What kind of sport? Christian, no. Nadie. Rocío.
Trata de decir que sí le ha utilizado alguna ropa deportiva, pero él no utiliza ropa deportiva, nunca utiliza ropa deportiva, utilizan ropa de cuero, apretado, chaquetas.
No, but this is the second person. It's a girl. Vamos de nuevo.
2.
That's number 2.
Have you ever bought something that you've never worn?
Yes, a karate suit.
What did
I
she
decided.
say? So what did she buy? Jessica? No. Cristina, Mateo, Iván, Fernando, Said, Vero, Juana. It's not a shirt. This is number 2. She said, she said, I bought a karate suit. A karate. So it's a suit specially designed to practice karate. That's
Some sport clothes.
So it would be sports clothes.
That I wanted to do karate.
She wanted to do karate.
And
so
I
she
signed
bought-
up for a course and bought the suit in the orange belt. But then
Mhm.
I changed my mind and decided not to do the course.
Why not?
I was worried that someone would knock my teeth out.
So what happened? What did she decided to never wear the karate suits? She signed for a course, but she was afraid someone might in the face and she might have her teeth fallen. Como que alguien le iba a pegar un golpe, le iba a sacar los dientes. So she said, I was afraid, so I never actually. So she signed for the course, but she never attended the course.
Do you still have the suit?
No, I sold it on eBay.
So she sold it on eBay because
3.
she was not going to use it.
Have you ever bought something that you've never worn?
Sadly, it happens to me quite often because I hate clothes shopping and I never try things on. For example, I have a shirt in my wardrobe now that I've never worn.
Why not?
Well, I bought it in a hurry.
So what did he buy that he's not wearing it or he never worn?
A shirt.
A shirt. Why does he think that he didn't like it? I mean, he made a bad decision. He said, sometimes you go to a store and you like, oh, I have to buy this. And then, rápido. And then you grab just whatever it is. And then you just buy it and you pay for it. But then you realize.
A few months ago. And then I put it away in my wardrobe. A few
Just
weeks
away.
later, I took it out and looked at it. And I thought, why did I buy this? It's horrible.
It's
Pink
horrible.
and purple stripes. And of course,
Why does he think he's horrible? The shirt is horrible. How is the shirt that he thinks he doesn't like it? Juana, did you grab that information?
It's purple.
It has pink and purple stripes. So tiene rayitas, but pink and purple. So he said, it's horrible. I don't like
of
it.
course, I didn't have the receipt. I couldn't take it back.
He didn't have the receipt, so he couldn't return
Oh,
the shirt.
have you ever bought something that you've never worn? Oh, lots of things, I'm afraid.
Mm-hmm.
The last one was a brown leather coat. What was wrong with it? Well, I bought it.
So what did she buy? Last person. Speaker number 4. What did she buy?
Coat.
I think she said a leather coat. Creo que dijo que era leather.
The last one was a brown leather coat.
A brown leather coat. So what is it leather? What kind of, so this might be leather. It's not really, but it looks like leather, but brown, como de cuero.
What was wrong with it? Well, I bought it online from a website that has cheap offers. But when it arrived, it looked completely different from what it looked like on screen, and I decided I didn't like it. So it's in my wardrobe. I'm sure I'm never going to wear it, but perhaps I'll give it to someone as a present.
Okay, so if this is very simple, it's just about checking if it was speaker 1, speaker 2, speaker 3, or speaker 4. So let's listen, let's look at Veronica's. So number 1, trousers. Number 2, sports clothes, the karate suit. Number 3, a shirt. Number 4, a coat. A skirt, nobody said anything about a skirt. Nadie mencionó, no one, about anything about buying a skirt. So that's why it's not even checked. There is one more. Let me see. And here. And here. And this is about the same. This is about the same audio, but in here we have different questions. So what about the first one? Let me see. Who might be able to help? Fernando. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. What was the problem with the clothes? So what about the first one? Someone said, bought something online, but he didn't like the clothes when they arrived. Which one? Is it number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4? No one? Number 2.
Wanted to look
Bon
like a
or-
famous singer, but looked like another.
So who is it? 1, 2, or 3, or 4?
The number 1.
That's number 1, right? He said, oh, I thought I looked like Jim Morrison, but he didn't like it, right? When he got home. What about suddenly didn't need the clothes anymore? So which of the speakers? Rocio, what do you think? Angela, Said. Suddenly,
The clothes to walking.
But who was it? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Which of the speakers? Okay, which one? 2 or 3 or 4? 1 is already done.
Two.
Number 2? Okay.
Yeah.
What about the first one? Bought something online but didn't like the clothes when they arrived. Let me see if someone already did it. Oh, everybody's doing it now. Okay. Jasid. Okay, Jasid is done. Okay. Number 4. She said she bought the leather jacket online, but then when it arrived, she didn't like it. And about number 3, he went to the shop, but he was in a hurry. He said, I was in a hurry, so I didn't realize that I didn't really like the shirt. So when he went back home and he looked at the shirt, he said, it's horrible. I didn't like it. So it might happen to anyone. En algún momento you buy something and then you never use it. So it might happen. Let me see. There was one more. Let me see. Listen again. Okay. And I think this is a vocabulary section, right? Okay. We have to write down the words. So for the same audio, we have to complete the gaps with one word. Okay, so what do you think? When he said, I remember when I was in there, I thought they looked fantastic. So what could be the missing word? Because we listened like 3 times already. So this could be easy. No? Anyone? Angelita, Fernando, Said?
Showroom.
It's not really the showroom. It's the changing. It's called changing room. Why is it called changing room? Because it's a room in a store where you try your clothes on. So you go to this room and you grab the clothing and there's a mirror here, 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 and in the back. So you can look at yourself if it fits, if it doesn't fit. So when he was in the changing room, he thought he looked fantastic. But then when he went back home, he realized it was horrible. What about number 2? What could it be number 2, Natalia? It's on eBay. So what can you do on eBay? If you don't like something, he said, I think this is the karate suit girl. The one she bought the karate suit and never used it. So, so if you don't like it, what can you do?
Sell.
You sold it, right? So she said, I sold it on eBay because she realized she was not going to use it. So she sold it. Number 3, I hate clothes shopping and I never try things on. O sea, yo nunca me pruebo. I mean, some people just do not like to go shopping, so they don't even want to try things on because it takes time. You have to make a line and there's a lot of people, so they just buy it, but then you risk the chance that the clothing items will not fit properly. What about number 4? Christian Litardo. Is it Christian here? Christian? I hate clothes shopping. I mean, I didn't have the receipt, so I couldn't. If you don't have the receipt, you cannot bring the article back to the store, right?
Take.
Which one? I couldn't.
Take it back.
I couldn't take it back. So, no lo puede retornar. If you don't have the receipt, you cannot take the article back to the store because they want you to show the receipt. And number 5, well, I bought it from a website that has cheap offers.
Online.
Online. Sometimes you go online and there's lots of websites, right, where you can buy stuff. And usually there's a website called Shein. Have you ever, you might have heard about Shein. Shein is a clothing brand. It's very cheap. It's a Chinese clothing brand. But sometimes it might look nice on the model, right? On the picture. But when you try it on, it doesn't fit. It happens. Okay. And that's it. That's it. That's the last one. And I think we have one more. We have one more. Let me see. So we might leave the pronunciation practice. Let's try to do one more. Let me see. I think we didn't try this one yet. Okay, so this is about shopping again. So this is about shopping. Let me see. And we have different words. So this might be new words and we have different pictures. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we have different words. We have the word changing rooms, a checkout.
Miss, changing rooms vendría a ser como cambiador.
Yeah, exactly.
Pero también no se puede decir fitting rooms.
Fitting room, yeah, there's another. It might be a fitting room because you fit your clothing in that room, in that physical space, or it might be changing rooms. There's different ways, but it's exactly the same. A checkout, a customer, a receipt, a shop assistant. Take something back. If you don't like it, you can always take it back to the store. If you have the receipt, they will change it. If you want to get your money back, a refund, but you need to show the receipt. And a trolley or basket, and to try something on. So tell me, Dieguito Suarez, what could be number 1?
A shop assistant.
Yes, excellent. A shop assistant is someone who works at the store and he assists you, right? He helps you. Or it might be he or she. In this case, according to the picture, is a female. What about number 2?
Receipt.
Number 2 is a receipt. So the receipt is the paper where all the information about the articles, about the price, about the description, how many items, in that little paper. That is called the receipt. What about number 3? What do you think?
Changing rooms.
No, it's not actually. That's actually 5, right? No, that's 6, I think. Changing rooms is 6, right? Or not? But I'm asking about number 3.
Checkout.
The checkout. Checkout is like the cash register, right? When you go to the checkout is when you are ready to pay and you go to the checkout. If it's online, it will show you, right? Checkout. If it's a physical store, you'll see a place where you can go and you can pay. That is number 3, right? What about number 4? Who that person can be? Someone who's paying for something.
Customer.
A customer.
A customer.
A person who pays for an item at a store or who buys something in a store, that is called a customer. Okay, what about number 5?
Changing room.
Changing rooms.
So 5 is changing rooms, so that, or feeding rooms is the same. Good. What about number 6? There's a
Try.
lady. There's a girl and she's looking at herself in the mirror, like if it fits, if it doesn't fit. So what expression of which phrasal form? It's a phrasal form. How do you call this action? No, nadie. Dieguito.
Try something on.
No, really. Fanny, Fernando.
Try
Jessie. Which one?
Try that on.
Try
STH on.
Try something. STH significa something. Try something on. It might be jeans, it might be a dress, it might be a t-shirt. To try something on. La chica se está mirando, está como que, if it fits, if it doesn't fit, she's looking at, there's a mirror and she's looking at herself. So that is to try something on, and that is number 6. What about take something back? What could it be?
One. I think it's one.
Yeah, I think it's 1, right? Why? Why is it 1?
Because shop assistance is 8.
Yes, because the shop assistant is the guy. He has a name tag in here. When they work for a place, it says, for example, Super Maxi Roberto. So that's, I mean, and he's wearing a uniform. It means that he works for the shop, right? So this one is actually number 8. Where is it then? Okay, 8. And to take something back, there's a customer interacting with the shop assistant, and maybe she's trying to explain, right? Why, what was it wrong about the item? It was the size, price, the model, I don't know. And what about the trolley or basket, Dianita? I think it's the only one missing.
Number 7.
Number 7. That's it. So these might be new words for you, but all the words are related to shopping, about buying different items at different stores. And that's it. That's it. Let me see. So that was, let me see. We have to do one more. Let me see. We did 4A, we did and 1A. So we still have to do one more, but we can leave that one for tomorrow, right? We have one more vocabulary activity. We can try to work that one tomorrow. And then that's going to be 2A. So lo vamos a ocultar. So no, nadie se me adelante. Okay, porque si no, pues qué chiste, ¿no? Si ya se adelanta. You might have, if you make a mistake, might be able to help. So let's leave that for tomorrow, okay? And that's it. That's it. We are ready to leave